Hello and welcome back to DisruptED TV Student Voice. I'm your host Bobby, here today with a junior in high school, Mayan. How are you today, Mayan?
I'm good, Bobby. How are you?
Doing pretty good, thank you. Our first question for you today is, do you feel that if you have a problem that you have a teacher or even an administrator with whom you can talk to?
I do actually. There's a couple of teachers that I can go to and talk to about whether it be homework or a personal issue.
And how does that make you feel walking into school knowing that you have that person that has your back?
It's really reassuring knowing that I can just walk in school and leave the classroom with permission if needed to go talk to a teacher about anything that's bothering me.
Do you feel that that sentiment applies to other students around you as well?
Most of the time.
And does that sentiment carry over, I guess, into the classroom, whether it be through more success with grades or even motivation to really just want to stand up and participate in the class?
It does actually, because knowing that you're more comfortable with the teacher, it's a lot easier to participate and ask questions if needed and get help.
That's really great to hear. Now our next question for you is, do you feel that adults in your school work with students to try and address and solve the issues in your school?
Most of the time, honestly. I know that there's a couple of teachers that will help guide you through the process if there's a situation that you need help with, like whether it be giving you papers or setting up a meeting with a hired person.
And are those teachers vocally supportive around the school, or are they mainly more trying to just guide you through the process to show you this is how this should be done?
It honestly depends on the teacher that you're going to.
Okay. Does it motivate you a little more if you have a teacher that's willing to be vocally supportive over any real issue that you bring to them?
I would say that it does, because they'll carry out through the whole process and they'll help you through it and they'll make it a lot easier for you.
And has that actually happened in your school before?
With me personally, it has. For example, the school dress code that most of the girls in the school don't agree with, there have been a couple of teachers who have helped us set up a board meeting, who have helped us get petition papers and help making, I would say, surveys.
Okay. And has that actually been carried out to a point where any change has been attempted to be made?
Not yet.
But it's in the process. That's really great to hear, and I'm glad that there's been so much support from the teachers in your school. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mayan. We're really happy to have you. And as for you students out there, please think about this question. Does your school validate student voice? And if it does, what can you do to make your school better? Thank you again so much for joining us. I'm your host, Bobby, and we'll see you next time.